Hey everybody, my name's Amanda and I'm kind of new here. So today what I'm going to do is address a question that I've gotten from a friend regarding powder foundation. She actually commented on my last video and said, hey, what about that? And I said, well, I have powder foundation. It's not from Wet n Wild. In fact, I don't even know if they carry powder foundation, but we're going to give it a shot. We're going to use what I have, which is an Urban Decay Naked Skin Ultra Definition Powder Foundation, which I don't know if you've noticed, it's been on sale everywhere, but I have hit pan on this, and we're going to use it. But first, I'm going to show you guys how to color correct your under eye, because I want to show you one more thing. But essentially, it's another way to achieve the same look. So, underneath here, they're not so bad now, but underneath here I have darker circles, darker discoloration type stuff. And since all I'm doing today is going to see another friend of mine and go to the gym, I figured today is a good day to go light with the makeup, mostly, right? So what I did, I have the Naked Skin Peach Corrector from Urban Decay. It is, yeah, peach. Okay, so as you can see, and I'm going to show you guys how to use different tools. I put it underneath my eyes, and I am using a concealer brush. And what I'm doing is using that little bit of mirror that is magnified so I can see it, because once again, no glasses, no contacts on, because when I'm just running around town, I don't wear my contacts. So what we're doing here is we're using color correction, and color correcting means you just look at the color. So if you have bluer under eye circles, you want to use peach. Basically, look at a color wheel, and where you see your imperfections, you kind of want to go opposite the color, and it will neutralize it out, so to speak. So yeah, color correction is done. And next, I'm going in with my Wet n Wild Photofocus Concealer in light medium, I believe is the color we discovered. Light medium beige. Excuse me, itchy nose again. I also noticed that I sniff a lot, which I didn't realize. So what I'm going to do is, once again, just like the last video I did, we're going to not do the big triangle that these 20-year-olds do because they have perfect skin. But I am going up in there. I'm also going to put a little bit on my eyelid. And going back in with my concealer brush. And we're going to blend all this out. Okay, so I am concealed there, and I also got a little concealer on this blemish here. Another way that you can blend concealer is with a sponge. This is Real Techniques, and what you do, and I actually prefer this way to blend than with the brushes, because it gets rid of brush strokes. You don't get the brush strokes, and it also takes off all the excess. So actually, one of the things I like to do is kind of the combo. So there, concealer. We have color corrected with my Urban Decay Naked Skin Peach Corrector. Yes, that's all the names. And the Wet n Wild Photofocus in light medium beige. Alright guys, now this is where we learn the new thing. And I'm going to scoot that back a little bit. This here is a powder foundation. Now, powder foundation, you're going to have to make sure that you use a primer. I have already primed before I started the video. And make sure you use, if you have dry skin, to use a good moisturizer. I cannot tell you what's going to be the best one for you because, well, I'm not an esthetician. If you want the name of an esthetician in Eastern Iowa, I know two. Or Western Illinois. I got a couple. But I can't tell you what's the best for you. I know what I like. But what I did is I used a combination of Magic Lumi and Pore Filler from NYX. We will do these again. Hold these up for you guys again. So NYX and Magic Lumi. The NYX Pore Filler because I use the Pore Filler because I have found that alone a powder foundation kind of shows more of the stuff I don't see it just shows my imperfections, my pores and stuff. And so the Pore Filler. Now with this foundation you get a handy dandy little sponge. I actually like the sponge quite a bit. One side you smooth it on and the other, or one side you put it on and the other you smooth it out. I don't really know the difference. I'm not much of an expert on powder foundation, except for I do know how to put it on, and I do know that when my skin was oily, more oily, and I know I'm doing things a little weird. There's no rhyme nor reason other than habit. You're supposed to start in the middle of your face and work your foundation out. And so what I'm doing is I am just dipping and rubbing. It comes on the little sponge. Now this little sponge deal is easy to clean. I just actually washed it last night and used bar soap. You could use hand soap, I suppose, but excuse me. Now if you were to want light, this is a light to medium coverage. If you want, there are plenty of people who will use this to set their liquid foundations. I'm not going to show you that today because, you know, I'm already putting it on and we're just going to go with it. But this is an easy way to get coverage and it's good for every day. Don't forget your neck. And that is powder foundation. Now I'm still going to go in with the blusher. And there's one thing I forgot to tell you guys, and it's where is the apple of your cheek? Now, I honestly didn't know. I just happened to turn on Rachel Ray, and there it was. So, if you take the flat side of your thumb and put it up against your nose like that, that is the apple of your cheek. And that's where you're supposed to put in. Sorry, I was making sure that I had my microphone on. So that's supposed to be like about where you put your blush. I look stupid. But what I like to do is I like to bring it down. I like to do a two blush method actually. Ugh. I do not know what is tickling my nose. So what I'm going to do actually this time is go in with the color Unstoppable right here. And I still like to go like this and bring it down and then fill in the apple of my cheek. And the reason why I like the color Unstoppable I think it looks more natural on me. And so what I do, bring it down the cheekbone, and then in that area kind of blend, and then take the brush and blend it in. And just so you guys know, the reason why I have taken in to the Wet n Wild brushes, they're new on the market, but you don't have to use Wet n Wild. Yeah, here's one from e.l.f. that is very similar in shape, and that works just fine. But Wet n Wild happens to be one that I have the most of. I know they're affordable, they're on the market, and they do well. And they're all plastic. Now these e.l.f. ones, they're wood in the black, and they kind of, well, you see what they're doing. So, yeah. So, once again, I'm gonna go in and blend things out a little bit more with no more product. But ladies and gentlemen, or ladies, people watching this, and doggies, I don't know, that is how you use powder foundation. Now I'm gonna go ahead and finish my look with some of the Max Fanatic from Wet n Wild. And you know what, guys, it was not bad. It did, towards the end of the day, I did find it kind of was there. But that's my first experience, and so we're gonna try this again. Okay, everybody, sorry for the interruption. I had to go sign for a package for my neighbors. But yeah, so almost the finished look. Once again with my balm stain in the color Rico Mauve, which if you're a 90s child, you totally remember that song Rico Suave, right? Okay, so just so you know, we're going over what we used today. I used my peach color corrector from Urban Decay, my Wet n Wild concealer for my under eyes and for on top of my lids. I used my Urban Decay Naked Skin powder foundation. Guys, honestly, I think that they're not making this anymore or discontinued it, but I don't know. But these tips, this will show you how to use a product very similar to what I have. And I also used my Real Her blush palette that I got from my BoxyCharm, and I used the color Unstoppable. So yeah, that is basic. Now I'm gonna set it with my Milani setting spray, mostly because I need to use it and it was right in front of me. See, once again, the circle. Yeah, and you guys, for the primer, I did use the Magic Lumi and the NYX Pore Filler. So for Stacy, who is the one who asked the question about powder foundation, it's best for those with oily skin. I am not one of those. I have dry skin, so that's why I kind of got away from it. But it's great for just an easy everyday look. So thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, if you like what you see here, like, subscribe, and please comment below. And by comment below, I mean leave encouraging comments. Don't be a dick, right? All right, we'll see you guys later. Bye.